Alaikum.
Hello?
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. So, is my voice is clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So, is it crystal clear?
Sorry?
Is my voice is crystal clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So, so today's our demo class, introductory class. So, first of all, let me know you that what's your name?
Shavir?
Okay, show me. You're from UK, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you are in which class?
Uh, we have a different system here, so I'm S3 year year 10 going to year 11.
Okay. Year 10 going to year 11. And which courses you are going to opt in this year?
I'm taking uh, physics, chemistry, RMPS, and history.
Okay, physics and chemistry.
And then
And
that's also including math, English, and
okay,
uh,
including maths and English.
mhm.
Okay, so have you ever learned about physics? Have you ever been in previous classes?
I've learned about physics. I've never been in a proper physics class.
Okay, you have never been taken any class of physics
Mm,
yet.
no.
Okay, so it's being your first introduction with the physics, right?
Second, I had an introduction with somebody else on this Saturday,
Okay,
but I'm still like new to it.
okay, sure. So, which level basically in this course you will have to study of physics, like S2 or S3?
Uh, we'll be doing our
S4?
well, in S4 when we
Okay,
take physics, we'll be doing our national five
okay,
exams. So
national
they're going to
level.
be looking for us to be learning more than that five basis of that stuff.
Okay, so what's the duration of this course in your institution?
Uh, it's about I really don't know. My sister knows more than I do about my school, but
Is your classes
the
being started?
courses, I think,
Your classes being
how long
started?
the exam takes or how long the actual course takes.
Yes, about the course.
It takes about up to 8 months.
Okay, 9 to 8 months. And when would be your exams of this course?
Um, May, I think it should be May or June.
May or June 2025.
Ye- Sorry?
2025.
No, 2026.
Okay, 2026. Okay. Okay. So, okay. So, understood. So, let me share you some introduction related to this S4. So, what we have to uh, discuss in this course, let me show you. Let me share my screen. My screen is sharing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so basically, this is S4 physics. Today is our demo class. We have to, because you also know that the official website. Have you ever know about the official website of this
No, I've never
SQA?
seen it.
Okay, so the link I mentioned in this notes, so you can directly go there, okay, and visit that website. All content is available here, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, in this S4, basically we have to do some chapters like in first chapter we will discuss about dynamics and space. So by before starting that, please let me know that you know that what is physics? What's the definition of physics?
Sorry? I was just grabbing the paper then.
Okay. This note will be provided to you, no problem. I attached this in the meeting. You can just download from there.
Alright.
Okay, so can you let me know what is basically the physics? What is meant by physics?
Physics.
Mm.
Um, well, my interpretation of physics is that how something picks up speed
Yes.
or gets to a place or how long it takes
Mm.
or just why something does something. It's basically it.
Is right. Basically, physics is all about matter. What we discuss about matter
Mhm.
and the relationship between those matters, and we discuss about their energies, the interaction, how matter interact with that. Okay, so in
Mhm.
physics, we will discuss about matters and how they interact each other, including some energies. So this is basically the definition of physics. In physics, we will discuss about the matters and how they interact and the energies associated with those matters. Understood?
Mhm.
Okay, so basically in S4 level, so our first unit should be dynamics and space. We will discuss about dynamics and space. And what does this dynamic basically now means? Dynamics is basically means the motion of objects. Understood?
Mhm.
We will discuss how objects move. Like we know that there are two types of, like one is body should be at rest or should be in motion. So this type of motions we will discuss in this chapter. Like we will discuss the speed, distance and time of a body, and there are some aspects like their velocity and acceleration. We will find how bodies accelerates and how what's the velocity of that bodies. Okay, and
Mhm.
then we will move on towards some quantities. Like there are two quantities in physics. The one is the scalar quantities and the other one is the vector quantities. Now what does this scalar quantities basically means? Those quantities which has only magnitude but not the directions. But else vector quantities are the quantities, those quantities which has magnitude as well as directions. Like you can take an example like length. So can you tell me either length is a scalar quantity or a vector quantity?
Vector.
No, length is a scalar quantity. Why scalar quantity? Because you can see we can measure the length. We can measure the value of length. Either it is 1 meter, 2 meter, or
Oh.
3 meter. But there is no direction of the length. Is there any direction of length?
Mm,
No. Okay. So that's why we can say that length is not a vector quantity. So let's take another example like mass. Can you tell me mass is a vector or a scalar quantity?
uh, vector.
Again, mass is a scalar quantity because it has some value. Like your mass is, let's suppose 60 kg, but it haven't any direction. Okay, right?
Mhm.
Let me give you an example of vector quantity like speed. Like you can say force. Force is a vector quantity. How? Because force has some magnitude, like either you are applying 50 Newton force to an object or 100 Newton force. And it also has direction, like either you're applying force in the upward direction, downward direction, left direction, or right direction. Am I right?
Mhm.
Okay, so those quantities that have some directions, you can say those quantities are vector quantities. We can discuss all these topics in details. This is our just introductory class, so these are only the subtopic topics. We will cover each topic in upcoming classes. Okay, understood?
Mm.
So next we will discuss about Newton's laws of motion. There are some Newton's laws of motions. Okay, we will discuss like first law, second law, and third law. There are total three laws of Newton's. We will discuss in the course further later. Okay, then we will discuss about the forces. How many types of forces? Like we will discuss the frictional force, tension force, and weight force. Have you ever know about this word friction? What is friction?
Uh, I've heard of it, yeah. I know what it is, but I don't think I could really explain it.
Hmm. Okay, friction is basically the opposition. Understood?
Hmm.
Opposition between two bodies. If there is more opposition, more resistance, then you can say there is a body have more friction. If the bodies are smooth, then we can say there is less friction. So how your
Hmm.
bodies resist, oppose each other, the more the friction they have. Understood?
Hmm.
Okay, then we will discuss about the energy, work, and power. Okay, and there are some motions like projectile motions we will discuss in this chapter number one, and then we will move on towards satellites and space exploration. We will discuss all the astronomy and cosmology in this topic. Okay, and then we will move towards the expanding of universe and cosmology. We will discuss about how universe expands. We will discuss about the Big Bang, about our galaxies, our stars, our asteroids, our planets. Okay, all these topics should be covered in this topic. Understood?
Hmm.
Okay, then in unit number two, the name of the unit is waves and radiations. Basically, waves and radiation. What does this radiation means? Do you know what is radiation?
Uh, it's like um, gamma radiation,
Yes, like gamma
different
radiations.
waves,
Yes.
like different
In
like
yes, in simple, you can say light. Light is a radiation. Okay.
mhm,
In your room there's light, so that light is basically a radiation, and there are many types like gamma rays, x-rays, beta rays. Okay, we will discuss it later. And there are some types of waves like some transverse waves and longitudinal waves. Again, some waves require medium to travel, and some waves do not require any medium to travel. Like, can you tell me, can light waves require any medium to travel?
uh, no.
Yes, you're right. No, light waves cannot need any medium to travel. You can even switch on the light in vacuum. Okay. Also, a
Hmm.
question is that uh, sound waves require medium to travel or not?
Uh, no.
Sound waves. Here the
So,
answer is yes. Sound waves need medium to travel. How? In your room, you are talking, okay? Your voice and the other people can hear you.
mhm,
Because of why? Because there exists some medium between you and the person who's hearing you. Like the medium is air. But
mhm,
if you are in vacuum, and in vacuum, there is no air.
mhm,
And if there is no air, even you talk, your friend would not listen to you because there is no medium. Understood?
mhm,
So in vacuum, if you are talking, your friend is unable to hear you. So the result is that sound waves need medium to travel. If there is no medium, sound waves would not travel, and you cannot listen to the sound. Understood?
mhm,
Basically, the medium is air, okay, and you know that air is basically a wave. Okay, so in this
mhm,
chapter, we will discuss about these things. And then we will move towards electromagnetic spectrum, like different colors we will discuss. You know that we have 7 colors, okay, in spectrum. We will discuss that. And then we will move on towards the nuclear radiations, like as I mentioned before, the types of lights, like either alpha particle, beta particle, or gamma particle. Then we will discuss about the half-lives and radioactive decays, because you know that every particle must have a lifetime. Every particle must have to be decay. Okay, there is a specific lifetime of that particle. And then we will
Mm,
move on towards the radiation safety measures, because you know that the rays of sun, either it is radiations or not.
mm. Sorry?
The rays of sun, is it radiations or not?
Yeah.
Yes, these are the radiations. Why? Because the sun rays are basically light, and every shining light is basically a radiation. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
understood?
Yeah.
Okay, so in tip number two, we will discuss these types of topics. And understood. And next, move on towards our unit number three. In unit number three, basically, we will start the chapter electricity and energy. We will discuss about the electricity and what is electricity. Basically, you know that the flow of charges. Okay, when the charges move, the electricity would produce. If charges would not produce, you cannot generate electricity. Okay, so the behavior of charges we will discuss in this chapter. Okay, and once your charges start moving, the energy they gain we will also discuss in this chapter. Like we will discuss about electrical charge, what are the charges, how many types of charges, do you know that?
Sorry?
How many types of charges?
How many types of charges?
Yes, types of charges. How many types of charges? Either
Would
positive charge or negative charge, am I right?
yeah.
Yes, so there are two types of charge. Either your charge should be positive and either should be negative. And do you know positive repels each other or attracts each other?
Uh, does it attract?
Positive.
No, positive. Uh, separate. I don't know how to pushes away.
Okay, so the concept is that like charges always repels each other.
Yeah.
Okay, so positive being like charges mean same charges. So same charges always repels each other. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and opposite charges always attracts each other.
Mm-hmm.
So let me know either negative attracts or repels.
Uh, is it repulses?
Yes, negative repels each other, and positive negative,
Attracts.
right? Positive negative attracts each other. So in this chapter, we will discuss about the electric charges and how currents flow and what is the voltage. Okay. Then we will move on towards an important law in physics, and that law is so called as the Ohm's law. Okay, and we will discuss about the resistance. Again, resistance basically means opposition of charges. If your charge is opposition, so we can say there is more resistance. If your charge is smoothly flow, then we can say there is less resistance. Okay, and the formula of that Ohm's law is this. We will discuss and we will derive this formula later on. Okay, V equals to IR, where V is the voltage, I is the current, and R is the resistance. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then we will solve some diagrams, like we will solve some practical circuits. We will solve the series and parallel circuits. Whenever current flowing from series circuits or whenever current flowing from parallel circuits, we can find the values of current, resistance, and voltages. Okay. Then we will move on towards the electrical power. okay, how power's delivered, okay, how to calculate your uh, bills, okay. Then we will move on towards AC and DC supply. What does this AC and DC supply means? AC supply basically means alternating current. That current, that's value always fluctuate, okay, always change. And what does this DC means? DC means direct current, okay. That current, that values never change, always remains constant. So these are basically their types, two types of current, like DC current and AC current. The value of AC current always changes, but the value of DC current never changes, because DC current is a constant current. Can you tell me, in our home, either we are getting AC current or DC current?
Uh, DC grant.
No, we are getting AC current. Why? Because you know that we have different different appliances to switch on. Like we have to switch on the bulb. Bulb works on different watt, and also fan. Fan has some different voltage. Also, your mobile phone. Mobile phone have to charge on different watt. Okay, have you getting my point?
Mm-hmm.
So every
Yeah.
appliances in our home works on different value of watt. So if that is working on different value, so we must have to apply AC current, not DC. If we apply DC, our every appliance would get the same watt, but we are not required the same watt. We want different values of power. That's why we are using AC at our homes. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Then we will discuss
Yeah.
about the renewable and non-renewable energy sources. Renewable energy sources basically means that energy source which we can recycle, and non-renewable energy sources are the energy sources which we cannot recycle. Okay, and then we will discuss an important law which is gas law. In gas law, basically we will discuss about the temperature, pressure, and volume. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay, and at last we will discuss how heat transfer from one body to another. There are three methods of heat transfer. One is the conduction method, other is the convection method, and other is the radiation method. We will discuss each these in later. Understood?
Mm.
Okay. So basically this is your demo class, and you must have to know what is basically physics. I already mentioned you that everything in the universe, like matter, how that matter interacts each other, and you know that matters interact each other with some energies. So the interaction of matter with some sort of energy is basically called as physics. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I already told you that dynamics and mechanics are the same words. Dynamics and mechanics are the same words, and in dynamics and mechanics we will basically discuss about the motion and forces, how your bodies move. Okay, and in heat we will discuss about how energy transfer, and how the temperature transfer from one body to another. And in electricity, basically we will discuss about, I already mentioned you before that we will discuss about the flow of charges in electricity. And once your charges start flowing, we will find their power. Okay, and in waves,
Mm-hmm.
I already mentioned you that, like basically waves, there are two types of waves, like sound waves and light waves. Light is also a wave, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you
Yeah.
must have to know that light is also a wave, okay? Because it's traveling from one position to another position, okay? So everything that should travel, we can say it's a wave, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then we will discuss some quantities, like as I mentioned you before, there are two types of quantity. One is the scalar quantity and the other is the vector quantity. Scalar quantities are the quantities which has only magnitude but not the direction, whereas the vector quantities are the quantities that has magnitude as well as the direction. So here are some examples, like length. Can you tell me, length is scalar vector?
Scalar.
Yes, you're right. Length is a scalar. Mass?
Scalar.
Yes. And time?
Uh, Scalar.
Yes, time is also a scalar. You're right. Because there is no direction of time. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so these are the scalars and vector quantities. Okay, the definition is written here. Scalar, we can only find their magnitude, and for vectors, we have magnitude as well as direction. Like velocity and force is a vector quantity. Okay, so here are a question answer session for you. Can you tell me what is a vector quantity?
Um, Vector quantity is a quantity that has size and direction.
Yes. So give me one of example.
Oh, um, sorry, I've slipped my mind.
The
Um,
example that has some direction.
Velocity.
Yes, you're right. Velocity. So velocity is a vector because velocity is moving in some direction. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next question is name one scalar quantity. Can you name?
Mass.
Yes, mass is a scalar quantity. Can you tell me what is physics or why do we study physics?
Um, well, it helps us understand how things work, how things move, how something gets from one place to another. It's all about how the motion of something, if it
Yes,
stays in one place or if it moves.
you're right. And the associated energies with that.
Hmm.
So this is called as the physics. Basically, physics help us to understand how world works. Our whole world works on physics, from smallest atom to all the large giant galaxies. It is not about memorizing. It's basically all about curiosity. Okay?
Hmm.
Okay, so this is basically our today's demo class in which we only discuss about the main chapters which we cover in our whole course. Okay, chapter number 1, dynamics and space, chapter number 2, waves and radiations, and unit number 3, which is electricity and energy. Okay, so if you have any question now you can ask.
Hmm. I think it's fine.
So that's all for today's our demo class. So if you have any question you can ask.
Nah, no questions. But
Okay, no question.
uh, nah, no questions.
Okay, no more question.
Sorry?
No more question.
No, no.
Okay, so have you understood all what we did today?
Yeah, I've basically understood everything you've told me.
Okay, so I should provide you this PDF. This is also attached with this meeting. If not, I should also send it to you. Okay.
All right. Okay,
Or you can
thanks.
also visit this official website link. Okay.
Yep.
So if there is no question, we should close it today.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Right. Thank you
Thanks.
very much.
Thank you very much. Take care. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Thank you.